We are at $10,285.
Wait, what? From 1900? How long ago did you put this on?
A week ago, man.
Wow.
We don't know what the we're doing. We're just degenerates here having fun, and that's all we're here to do. So yeah, we hope we hope you have a fun time watching this. Maybe we can share some ideas. Chat. Feel free to shit on anything we say. Feel free to commend anything we say. That's what we're here to do. But first and foremost, I want to take a look at Bitcoin. We are 60 days away from the official deadline for an ETF to be announced. So from today, looking forward over the next 60 days, there's 90% probability. That's what the research is saying right now, according to Bloomberg. 90% probability that the Bitcoin ETF, spot Bitcoin ETF, is going to be passed. So a lot of exciting stuff. We got people front running this, man. I'm really interested to see what's going to be happening here, whether it's going to be a buy the hype, sell the news event.
My take on it right now is I feel like there's some cautious optimism for the upside. I believe that maybe this might be a little bit of a fake out as people start getting FOMO, buying in. There might be a little bit of a correction coming up here. Or it could go the other way. Nobody can really tell.
It can go up or it can go down.
It can go up or it can go down. But the layout is there for a higher Bitcoin, especially with the ETF coming out.
Yeah, man.
A flood of buying into the ETF would definitely be bullish for the price. And then we got the halving. The longer term outlook is there for a higher Bitcoin. That's for sure.
Yeah. We've been through the last halving. I think passively experienced the one before that as well in 2016.
I remember that. That's when I was mining Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's when you were mining it back in the day, Mr. Salerno.
Back in the day.
But what we took away from those experiences were something similar to this. Like, you kind of had a hype event, and then like a month or two before the halving and going into the halving, you had a massive sell-off. We can actually take a look at this during COVID. This is like when we were first. I remember we were first like really thinking about sinking a good chunk of our net worths into Bitcoin, right? It was around this time. The halving was
the COVID crash, right?
Yeah,
there.
It was in April, right? Was it in April or May?
It was May of 2020. I remember.
Yeah, I remember. So everyone was talking about it here going into the new year. Obviously, we had COVID. Everyone was getting hyped about the halving. We had some price appreciation, but I think people were even talking about it before COVID happened. And then we had this massive like black swan event. Price dropped 50% and then started ascending into the Bitcoin halving. So that was really interesting to see. But we had a lot of consolidation into and following the Bitcoin halving, which was then followed by, a year, 2 years of price appreciation, pretty aggressive price appreciation. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens. We discussed this yesterday on our stream, but potential rate cuts moving into next year could pose a tailwind for the crypto markets. Coinciding this with the Bitcoin ETF, you got $1 trillion of total addressable market. Technically, I think some of the research that I've gone into, you're talking trillions of dollars in a total addressable market here for the Bitcoin ETF. So a lot of potential here, but it'll be interesting. I see a lot of people, and this is where I get a little skeptical on Twitter, saying this time it's different. We're moving into the Bitcoin halving with ETF news. We're not going to see this period of stagnation. I always, these are red flags for me. I always side on the side of caution when people say things like that. But nonetheless, I'm having my fun here. I'm trading some altcoins. Pretty much my entire portfolio is crypto right now. Has been over the last week, but about 80% of my portfolio has been crypto for the last like month and a half to 2 months. So it's been a fun time just trading this. It's definitely fun to have some action back, man. We've had 500 days of just stagnation. If we take a look at some of these cryptos, let's take a look at Chainlink. I think this is a great example. It really exemplifies kind of the excitement coming out of this period of stagnation. I mean, we were talking about this for quite a while. One of our top holds right now, Chainlink. I mean, we had 540 days of just sideways action in this channel between $9 and $5. And look what happened as we broke out. Obviously, again, we can think about front running, whatever, yada, yada, yada. But from a technical perspective, pretty interesting stuff. Massive, massive move from Chainlink. We got a lot of similar setups like this that I personally have been trading. But Chainlink, I think, is an interesting player. A lot, I mean, very, very strong price action. We've seen pretty much since the middle of March a 53% move with a massive move today as well. Yeah, I mean, we went from like, what was this? Let's go to the daily. We went from like high 12s all the way up to $15 today. So massive, massive move there. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely an interesting time to consider whether these moves are getting a little crazy. You know, obviously, yeah, 50% move in a coin like Caspa. Man, okay, James. Actually, let me preface this. So, I had some money in the KuCoin account. That's never a good way to start a conversation, but I had some money in the KuCoin account. And I was like, you know, I had some Caspa. I traded some Solana back in the summer for Caspa. I like the project, whatever. I put like $1,900 into it, went up to 3,000 something. And so it was sitting there. I was getting a little bored. I was like, all right, bro, I don't like, why is this sitting here? And as you know, James, I've had maybe 2 to 3 crypto challenge phases where I've tried to take a small account, turn it into a big account, terribly failed. And I had one go at it with a larger account, absolutely blew it up. So I'm deep in the hole in terms of leverage trading.
Yep.
But
what was that one crypto back in 2021? You had to have the wallet on your desktop, and it was very cheap. And I wonder if it's still around. What was
KB.
that? What's up?
I think it was CKB. But
Yes,
let me finish this point real quick, James. Let me finish this point.
And then I want to take a look at CKB.
Yeah, we'll take a look after. But I started this crypto challenge, man. $1,900. We turned into 35 with Caspa, and I started leverage trading, Mr. Salerno.
Mm-hmm.
We've been going at it for a week. You want to take a guess at what the portfolio is sitting at for the KuCoin account?
What are we at?
You take a guess, man. I want you. What do you think? I liquidated the account. What are we thinking here?
Wait. So what was the original question? Sorry.
So I originally started with $1,900 in this KuCoin account. I'll let you pull it up for the stream. $1,900.
I'm thinking you're at like 3,000.
3,000. All right. Hold on. Let's wait for the KuCoin to load. We'll take a look live on stream here. Is that your final answer, James? I'm trying to take this thing. Hold on, I don't
know. Okay, so you, based on you saying you've been blowing it up, I think maybe then I'd go a little bit lower, maybe like 1,200. I don't know. It's either 3K or like 1,200 or like $6. I don't know.
$6 is a pretty good. Hey, man.
Pretty close.
Let's take a look. So, James, let me make sure I'm not sharing any sensitive information here. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, here we go, James. 3, 2, 1. We are at $10,285.
Wait, what? From 1,900? How long ago did you put this on?
A week ago, man.
Wow.
Yeah. So listen, man. Here is what we got to decide.
You're making some good trades, man. That's a 500% gain in a week.
You know, this thing was, hold on, I gotta see, I don't know, I want to make sure there's no, like, sensitive info on here, but...
I don't think so, not in KuCoin, no.
Yeah, this thing was at 15K the other day, so I kind of fumbled the bag.
Oof. Wow.
Yeah, a little bit.
150%.
Yeah,
so... You're still up, you know, dude, you got to look at where you've been and where you're at now, you know?
No, but here's the thing, man. I'm trying to turn this into a kind of an engaging challenge, right? Because I've blown enough accounts up. Maybe this is the time I learn. We'll see. I'm kind of getting lucky here and there. I traded Caspa. This was what kind of put me ahead. I traded this breakout. I know we hate technicals. You know, it's silly, willy-nilly, but like for some reason, when the market has a nice tailwind, like these technicals just play out to a T, man. I played this breakout. this happened over the weekend. I closed at like 0.068 for Caspa, but this thing went up to 0.008. So this account could have been like 20 plus K by now that I held. But I had some other trades as well. I traded PYR. I actually have a trade
How much were you 10x leveraged on it or what?
No. So I made some very strict rules for this. I've learned from my mistakes. The times where I have not allowed some of my trades to play out, I got licked, obviously. Those are the times that shit just went south. So 5x is my absolute max, and I think the key with like these smaller challenges is like hitting the first 2 to 3 trades on like slightly higher leverage, 7x, but just trying to build the account up a tiny bit so you can actually make some money with a 5x leverage. So I'm happy where I'm at now. I got $50,000 in notional buying power that I can expend. So we'll see. I'm trying to be a little more patient. The problems in the past have been over trading, looking at setups on lower time frames, like 5 minutes. I've even traded a minute, and it drives you fucking crazy. So I'm really trying to zoom out here.
I got a couple coins. Take a look at DSLA.
Interesting. I've never heard of this. Huh? What is this?
A micro. This is like a high risk, high reward play. I have a friend of mine that was posting about it. It could be interesting to put a little something into.
Yeah, definitely. I'm gonna keep this stuff on my watch list. The trades that I'm really looking for is stuff like this. For some reason, these have been playing out beautifully. So like, obviously, you've had these massive downtrends over the last 2 years, but to have like important reclaims like this at key levels, like this is pretty high time frame. This is the daily. This actually ICO'd here at what it's trading at now. But you had these massive sell-offs, and then you start to kind of form a support. Bids start coming in at these ranges. Like this is stuff that I'm looking for, just so I can have concrete ranges to trade around. So these deviations and then reclaims are very interesting to me. I don't know why, they just worked for me in the past. I guess it's like become my bread and butter. But stuff like this, Gala, is something that I'm going to be looking to trade. And like the risk reward is just very favorable. Like you keep a stop slightly below this range. I guess this is starting to get a little less favorable, but like down here, like risk 12% for like 40-50% gain, which some of these coins have been doing. StormJ today. Let's take a look at this, man. Look at this.
Oh wow.
This was on my watch list. I'm really upset that I missed it. See, same thing. You have this kind of this general range, you have a deviation from that range, and then a reclaim, and these things go parabolic. I think this is only going to last in the near term, but a 56% move today.
Wow. So big single day move on a coin that's is that listed on it's listed on Coinbase, right?
Yeah, and this is like
it's a relatively traded. What's the volume on it? It's a relatively traded crypto. If you scroll down on the side,
volume is a good question. We could take a look.
If you scroll down on the side,
213 million. So
wow, okay.
It's nothing crazy. And that's the thing is, like, I've been watching.
They get bid. Sorry, my bad. They get bid up on low volume.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.